So hello. Welcome back with another episode with CCE. We're back with some more heat for the streets. So today we are working through Crotona Park, filming on our way back home. And today I wanted to talk to you about self-love. I wanted to talk to you and explain to you why self-love is so. So y'all can know we really it's nobody that got dressed. We in the Bronx, so it's no need for me to do much. But I just want you to know that self-love is a journey. You have to be willing to go through things and deal with things that are quite uncomfortable. You have to deal with people that wanted to see you beneath their foot, having to realize that they can no longer have their foot on your neck. And with that knowing also comes a realization, and it comes a fear, because when you don't realize your own potential, it's easy to be taken advantage of. But when you the lioness that knows who you are, it intimidates those around you. It kind of makes them a little bit afraid, It will make them afraid. So you have to love on yourself no matter what. And you can't fold in it. So this is not one of those things where you could just be oh, now I'm fuck it. No, baby. This is really a whole life journey. Meaning that you have to really put in the work, Put in the work to have better and have more. Because truth of the matter is, who really wants to see you with more than yourself? Half the time people be so intimidated by you having ambition, they will go out their way to try to undermine you. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. I've had people, fake family. I had people that I consider friends, Because if you know my story, I was raised in a foster care. I didn't have any family. I didn't have anybody growing up. I have a twin sister that I was separated from when I was 13 years old. And I never, lived with her since the age of 13. I'm now 31 years old. So just that alone, when I say I am the true definition of finding yourself and loving yourself, if you really want to take this journey with me, please, you're more than welcome to. I welcome you along this journey, especially if you melanated, especially if you can relate to living in the South Bronx, coming from the hood. If you lived in the Harlem, Bronx, the Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, if you lived in any of the 5 boroughs from 1985 up, you can relate to everything that I'm saying. So, and I just want people to refine their confidence again. Every phase in life is not going to be abundant as you want it to be, but it's a blessing still. It's hard to sometimes see the blessings, when you in pain, or when you angry, or when you frustrated with emotions. But what I learned is, even when you're frustrated with emotions, you have to learn how to basically learning how to breathe through those emotions. So that is going to be for episode 2. But for episode 1, we're just going to talk about just the ideology of it. Learning to breathe through frustration, learning to breathe through anger, that's solid gold. Not a lot of people are able to do that. And because us as melanated people are known to be very emotional, this is key for us. So we don't end up in prisons and jails, because that's what they want for us. Every other race and culture, they teach emotional intelligence from young. But us, we have to discover it on our own. After going through many trials and tribulations, most of us either have to end up in jail or end up in a very toxic or rough situation in order to learn these things that we should have been taught from young. So now it's when I come to the point where, do you want to learn, Because a lot of people say they willing to take the journey with you, or they want to learn and they're ready. They're not ready. They're not ready. They don't have the discipline, because that's what it's really about. When you're on a journey of loving yourself, you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined, because if you're not disciplined, There's gonna be any distraction will come and kindly remove you off the whatever path you thought you was on. And it's like, why? You don't have to do that. You don't have to put yourself through that. You deserve better. You deserve better. And I know it's sad because we all have been through so much. We have been through so much. So much. And I know, like, everybody be like, oh, I love myself. Da, da, da. Self-love is loving yourself all the way. You see how, like, right now I got this little weave in my hair, whatever the case may be. This is a prime example of, I'm going to just say, not loving myself all the way, how I would feel, my perception of what self-love is. Because having to live in a society where you always have to pretend or code switch or just not be able to be yourself, not be able to live or move around in your authentic element is very restrictive, and it does affect your mental health after a while. You have to have the strength, the internal strength, because external strength is nice, but that doesn't matter if you internally you're weak, you know? So I just want you guys to know today, like, just love yourself. Love on yourself, because I want you guys to look at this tree right here. I love trees. Let's look how beautiful. But today I want you guys to really love on yourself. Be brave in the face of darkness. Be brave and bold in your truth. And don't apologize no more. I stopped apologizing long ago. I stopped apologizing to people because I was basically apologizing for being myself. I was basically apologizing for being intelligent and being wanting more than what was given to me. And I could tell you, they didn't give me absolutely anything. If you come from a family that had a mother or a father, either or, you had more than me. Meaning that you was equipped more to handle life than I was. So if I can make it through, you can make it through too. You have the abilities, you have the capabilities. All you have to match that is the mental willpower. And you can achieve whatever you desire. So with self-love, it's the exact same thing. Nobody can love you more than you love you. You can't even give the proper love that you want to give if you didn't invest in yourself. If you didn't, at one point in time, pour that love that you're seeking into yourself, you won't ever receive it. And that's just the reality. This is the truth of how things go. So, to start with how to love yourself, I can start teach you with basic things. More like standing in the mirror, saying affirmations, saying self-love affirmations. This is not only affirmations, but it's also a way to subconsciously reprogram your mind. So, it's really all about how far and how much of it do you want? Some people are not content with being alone. I had to be alone, and I was born with a twin. And I was forced to be alone. And it was, I tell you, it's very difficult. I'm not going to sit here and lie and act like, all the things I experienced and it didn't affect me. But what I do know is that I chose to keep going. I chose to not allow the situations and the circumstances that was happening around me and being forced upon me to dictate my future. I chose to love me. And being that I chose to love myself, now I have everything that I desire. Everything that people working on. I'm only 30. And it's people 50, 60 still don't have none of the things that I have. They're still working, battling just to achieve. And it's not only financial. This is internal, mental. They haven't reached the level that I'm at right now to be able to tell you how important self-love is, how important choosing you is above all else. You cannot give anyone anything. I know I just said this, but I feel like I have to reiterate it because it's so many people that really don't understand. You have to be able to love yourself despite not having certain things. See, I was the type of person at one point, I was so giving. Not for nothing. For the past 31 years, I've given so much, it don't even make sense. But in the midst of me being so giving, being so loving. I had to realize that I was searching for something in other people that I should have been looking for in myself. I was pouring love into them, giving them encouragement and giving them inspiration, just being there for them in a way that I was looking for in return. And because I didn't receive that, it kind of made me a little angry. So I had to heal. And in the midst of me healing, it brought me to a level of maturity and faith within myself, not to seek anything outside myself to figure out how to do this whole life thing. So many people need something to survive. I just need myself and Mother, Father, God. And a lot of people can't say that. Like, it's not an easy thing to be able to say. It's been many days I've been like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel loved. Or I want to feel this way. I want to feel that way. And because I wanted those things, I spent a lot of time, hey squirrel, I spent a lot of time pouring into other people, expecting that love, begging for it, yearning for it, willing to do whatever just to have a taste of it. Until I had to realize I was bugging the fuck out. It is no reason that you should allow yourself to feel less. You shouldn't just, even if someone makes you believe that you're not worthy, you have to believe in your mind that you're worthy of that. My whole life I had people telling me, oh, you're going to be a drug addict like your mom. You're going to be a prostitute like your mother. Or you're going to be this. You're not going to graduate high school. You're never going to go to college. You're never going to have an apartment. You're never going to... People want it so bad for me. Who? God is my witness. They wanted me to fail. But all praise to the Most High. And not for nothing, praise to me. Because it was because of my faith and my willingness to stick beside Mother, Father, God with in every step of the way, no matter how hard it was, no matter how difficult it was, no matter how many people talked about me behind my back, no matter how many people put me down, how many people just literally went out their way to attempt to destroy me. All praise to the Most High. Because, and not for nothing, I'm going to just say this because, you know, it's different type of people in this world. But if you don't have no relationship with Mother and Father God, you doing real bad. And not for nothing, you need a lot of help. Like, not for nothing, it begins internally. So if you don't want to do the work and put in the work internally, that's where it starts with. You cannot work or heal anyone else unless you're willing to work and heal yourself. That's the only way. There's no other way. Even if people think there's another way, it's not another way. It's not another way. See, in the Bronx, you got to deal with, it's a lot out here. Like, it's a very mixed population, and I'm not talking about races. It's that too. But I'm talking about as far as personalities. Like, in the Bronx, you'll have people that's grinding to get it. Then you'll have a plethora of drug addicts. Then you'll have a plethora of people that's so unconfident in themselves, they can't even fucking look up when they walking down the street. So it's like, and in the midst of that, you have people just trying to figure it out. And a lot of these people don't even know where to begin with self-love. So I'm not going to hold you guys forever, but I really wanted to, you know, I told myself that this was going to be, this was going to be the conversation that was the catalyst to everything that's forming after this. So to be able to love yourself, you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. You won't be able to give anyone else anything if you cannot receive it for yourself first. If you don't feel like you're worthy of love, it's nothing nobody could do to help you. You have to literally stand in the mirror. I want you to stand in the mirror. If you feel like you're not worthy of love, stand in the mirror and tell yourself every day, I'm worthy of love. Look yourself in the eye in the mirror. Yes, it's a ritual, but it works. It works. You want to learn how I learned how to love myself, and I didn't have a mother or a father or real friends or anybody. Only thing I had was, I said, Mother and Father God and my spirit team. Other than that, I've been walking this earth like I'm walking right now. You see anybody with me? Anybody? Anybody? All right. So you know what I'm saying is real. I just want people to believe that it's possible, because I did it. I was able to love myself with no help, nobody. Like, I was able to choose me when I had fake people laughing in my face, talking about me behind my back, but willing to break bread with me. Like, I had all kinds of people, females that I thought was my friends, that was just bitter and jealous. Like, I'm talking about to the core. Family members that I thought would support me, being that we all kind of went through foster care, we all went through pain. Like, and it wasn't that either. All I mostly received from people was envy, jealousy, and I don't deserve that. I'm an amazing person. Like, as you get to know me, because this is episode 1, self-love, but I want you to just think and really see life for what it is. Just like, look how beautiful God is. Look how beautiful nature is. Life is. And not for nothing, it would be beautiful if I had someone to share this with, like friends, and but God wanted me to take this journey on my own. I spent so many years trying to bring people along this journey. I spent many years attempting to bring people along that were not meant to go with me. And it took me many years to realize that they didn't have my best interests at heart. And I was so in desperate need of love that I was overlooking the disrespect. I was overlooking the maltreatment. I was overlooking damn near everything, just because in my mind I felt like I didn't have anything else to fill those spaces. And I know a lot of us battle with that. A lot of us battle with feeling like if we remove certain people out of our life, we won't have anything and we won't have anyone. That's not true. Don't feel like you won't have anyone, and don't believe that you won't have anything. Know that everything happens in its rightful time. And I guarantee you, anybody that you remove out your life that's toxic, God will replace them with somebody that's worthy of your company, worthy of your presence, that will uplift you, pour into you, believe in you. And that's what we need, especially us as melanated people. We don't need to surround ourselves with people that talk down on us, that want to see us lose or want to see us hurting. This is not what we're doing anymore. We are winners. If you on this page, if you listening to my podcast, if you listening to this, you are on the winning team. Because anybody that follows me is a winner. We only win on this side. Feel me? We don't allow self-hate. We don't allow maltreatment. We don't allow misjudgment. We don't allow any of that. We only allow success. We only allow redemption. These are the things that we carry, and these are the things that we have. It's nothing else beside that. Like, it's literally nothing else beside that. So just believe in yourself. Because and especially as a woman, oh my God, this will affect your children. Your children, like it runs through the mother, in case you don't know. So you the one who carried the seed for 9 months. So it runs through you. As a mother, if you do not love on yourself, you will raise a child that is unable to receive love. You will raise a son that hates women. You will raise a daughter that don't know herself and will allow anybody and anyone to treat her any kind of way because she didn't receive the self-love from you. You didn't pour into yourself and give yourself love, so she wasn't able to receive anything from you because you had nothing to give her. So this is why I'm saying that it's so important. Like, you have to choose you first. Choose yourself first. Always remember, you cannot help no one else if you cannot help yourself. People don't want to see you win. You got to win despite of. Even when they make up their face, you make up your face even better. Let them know who the Most High God is. That's it. They will understand. Trust me. They will get it. After a while, after them sending the text and them shits is just dropping like flies, they will get it. They will get it. But you gotta love on yourself unapologetically. Don't apologize for loving you. Don't apologize. That's like apologizing for existing. Are you gonna apologize for living? You gonna apologize for breathing? So why apologize for choosing you? I mean, see, and I battled with that, and this is why I can say that. I spent years trying to figure out if I was ready to love myself, if I was really ready to just pour all the way into myself. And it wasn't going how I wanted it to go at all. I had to have faith. I had to have the utmost faith. And I could say there is no looking back. I'm sorry, not for nothing. I recently heard that phrase the other day, but internally I felt that way. But now it's really official. So many people, when you enter a new season in your life, especially self-love, with self-love is levels to the shit. It's levels. It's levels. Level 1 is realization. Realization that you've been fucking up. Realization that you haven't been loving on yourself. Realization that you really don't know what the fuck is going on or what you're doing. That's level 1. Level 2 is preparing for change. It's taking the necessary steps after you realize what you have done wrong and going out your way to fix that shit. Not apologizing for fixing it. Just fixing it. You should be able to do that, you know? Love on yourself. Take care of your body. Don't get fat and sloppy. Take care of your health. All of this is a part of self-love. What you eat, the food, the music that you listen to, that's all a part of your diet. All of this contributes to your health, and all of this is a reflection of your level of self-love. So it really boils down to how much do you really love yourself? Do you want to see yourself win? Do you want to win? So, okay guys, I'm almost away from the park now. And I'm going to end this video. But I thank you guys for tuning in with me today. Thank you guys for sitting with me. And I really want you guys to have an amazing, wonderful day. Stay blessed. And always remember to love yourself first. Later.